Vehicles. As you can see, this is a hard case. One of the absolute must-dos when you come down to Invercargill is check out Bill Richardson's Transport Museum. This is what a love for vehicles and a passion for vehicles can do. This is an amazing museum with some amazing transport exhibits, and it's huge. It's one city block. We've been before, but you can come 100 times, I think, and still see and find and enjoy something new. The sense of love and passion that Bill Richardson had for motor vehicles is evident in every display in this museum, the way they've set it up. In this room, there's about 3 distinct collections of Fords. Paint is finished beautifully, they've been restored immaculately. One of the things that I really enjoy about Transport World is that even the unrestored vehicles have a place in the history of transport. They have set them up, as many of us would have seen, on rural blocks, on farms, vehicles that had been put out to pasture, so to speak. Certainly in New Zealand this is a familiar sight, and I just really enjoy the fact that they've given them a place here at the museum. Not to be forgotten, some of our very first modes of transport, the pedal cars, again beautifully restored.
I remember clear memories of bouncing around in the front seat of an old truck like this with my granddad's when I was quite young. And the smell of the leather and the oil and the dirt and grime that go along with it, it all brings back those memories.
Often in a museum we are encouraged not to touch anything, but this bus is available to explore and to sit in and maybe experience a bit of what it was like back in yesteryear.
I love these old buses. It reminds me of my old school bus that I used to catch in a tiny little town in New Zealand when I was first starting school, and it was a blue colour. It was very similar to this. And the one guy that drove it picked us all up from our houses and took us to school. There's a special place in my heart for these old buses, and I'm so glad to see one restored.
Here's an interesting find. This is a 1941 V8 Ford Super Deluxe convertible. You may recognise it somewhat. In the original Karate Kid movie, Mr. Miyagi gives Daniel a 1947 version of this vehicle. We're just going to take a wee break in the cafe and have something to eat. The great thing is the ticket allows us to leave and then come back during the same day. We'll come back and finish up our look around. The collections aren't just limited to vehicles, as seen by this collection of jukeboxes that perhaps you might have seen at roadside diners and truck stops along the way. Don't forget to explore the mezzanine areas. There are some wonderful little treasures and interesting little exhibits up here. Plus you can get a bird's eye view of the vehicles on the floor. Nothing has been undervalued, and even the oil and the grease tins have been wonderfully curated just to spark imagination and a bit of nostalgia. There's even the miniature versions of the vehicles we used to play with that sparked our enthusiasm for the bigger toys. The collection of vehicles in here is mind-blowing and has to be seen to be believed. The work and the effort, the passion and the love that's gone into restoring these vehicles, it's evident and it's incredible. If you love history, vehicles, transport, shiny stuff, if you love just seeing old things made new again, this is the place to visit. It's an incredible place.